A buck was definitely kept on that
You
one.
okay? I gotta ask that. Like a lot of people don't ask that a lot. You know, a lot today. You know, like from everything you've gone through, see how the world is now. You know, are you okay?
Shit. Damn.
It's okay.
That's what we here for.
That's what we had. Let it out.
You know, because you in that environment, you got people that's like, oh, why you here? You too pretty to be here, bitch. How I look ain't got shit to do with what the fuck just happened to me.
Keep it a buck. We here again.
Back again.
Again. Let's clap it up one time. We back again. Back again. Clap it up. Clap it up. Oh.
Back in that action.
Yeah. What happened?
Back in that action.
Back in that action.
You hear that Southern charm?
Back in that action. Yeah. You know? We got a different vibe today, you know? Got a different vibe today, you know. And usually I do these intros, but we gonna hear from, you know, person that's sitting with us here today. She got a lot of accolades. She's done a lot, seen a lot, right? And just getting started, you know what I mean? So we have Miss Desirea McQueen. You know, let's clap it up for that. You know,
Welcome.
Yeah, welcome to Keep It a Buck.
Thank you for
I almost
having
said
me.
Keep It a Buck Studio.
Thank you for having me.
That's the dream, though. That's the dream one day.
Y'all picked the right person here today.
We
'cause
did.
I always keep it a buck.
Okay, why?
Oh, I like that.
Why?
Always.
Oh, we're gonna jump into this one.
So
Why?
what does Keep It a Buck?
Keep it real. Don't
it real.
sugarcoat. Straight shooter. Tell it like it is.
Straight up.
Ooh, okay.
Damn, she said that.
I like that.
Right?
I like
she
that.
said that. All right, so give us a little bit. So we speak transition on here, right? So we'll go through the transition a little bit. So speak to us a little bit about you, right? Where'd you come from? How'd you get here? And
When you say here, like Jacksonville.
Jacksonville. Yeah, we here. We in the gym.
Okay.
We in the gym, by the way. I didn't mention that. We in the gym.
Okay.
How'd you get here? Talk to us.
Okay, so I am from Alabama
Okay.
originally. Okay, Mobile, Alabama. At that, and I. And you're true.
That's it?
I'm your true Southern Belle.
Okay.
True
Okay.
Southern Belle.
True Southern Belle.
For those people that don't know, what is a Southern Belle?
A Southern Belle is a woman who was raised with morals and standards, and she sticks by them.
Right.
She's not easily swayed. She has that charm. She knows how to be about her business, but she knows how to cater. She knows how to be sweet. She knows how to be soft. But she can still tell your ass about yourself.
You gonna make some folks nervous. Dog. You gonna make some folks nervous. So you
And she can cook.
you cook?
I do.
Best dish right now.
Ooh, okay. Tomato basil chicken.
I was about to say you almost
Yeah.
you
Try
almost
to get
said
something
tomato basil.
With
Yeah.
that,
I was about to say, I
and
know
now
you
we
ain't
go
just-
southern smothered chicken.
Okay.
All right, with some cabbage,
Okay.
mac and cheese.
I'm glad you said something of substance because I thought you was gonna stick with tomato basil and that's it. But I know you just said
But that's
soup.
my favorite.
Okay.
Listen, that right there will have your toes just curling.
the chicken.
Yes.
So you do tomato basil soup and then you put it on the chicken.
So I get all the natural ingredients. I don't even put seasonings or salt and pepper
Okay.
in this, right? So all of the natural ingredients that I have, I tell you that time is so.
You know, Desiree,
Make
I
it
gotta
slap
ask you
your
this,
mama.
man. I've known you for a few years now. Okay, known you for a few years. Trained your little brother, and tell us what the hell you don't do. You seem to do every damn thing from dancing, singing, massage, fitness. What don't you do, man?
I don't play hockey.
Don't play hockey.
Yeah.
I don't play hockey.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
one of your
Yeah.
crazy.
I mean, I tried to cut hair once. I was pretty good.
He's on your barber
I could be a barber.
How much you charge people?
Oh well, I ain't charged. I was
You
just
just cut hair for free?
I was just practicing. But I'm like
I
that.
have to see what those cuts look like.
Yeah, I gotta see who.
I'm like
if
that.
somebody walk up to
Don't
me and
trust
say, "Hey,
it.
I need to practice,"
You want me to
Ooh.
tell you why I was like that though? Because I went to esthetician school, right? And so
Okay.
prior to that, I've always did makeup, beauty industry. I was in the beauty industry for like 15 years. So I have like an eye for like perfection. So when we talk about them lines and blending them lines, you gotta be real flush. And then as a woman, right, looking at a man, like you know how it's supposed to look.
Got you.
So, you know that line
I've
supposed to
heard
be
that
straight.
before. My kid's barber, she's a woman, and she goes, "Look, I know what it's supposed to look like. I know what I would want to see, on a man."
Exactly.
Does that mean you can cut hair though?
For me, I can't speak for anybody else.
Got you. So do
I'm
you
a
still cut hair?
perfectionist because I used to do eyebrows. So eyebrows, like I used to also do permanent makeup. So we're talking about it's almost like tattooing. So you have to make sure them lines are straight. You got to make sure you measuring. So I'm used to and it's like so. I would take my brother to get haircuts, and it's been times where the barber will fuck his ass up.
Wait.
Yeah,
mumbled
and
a
I go
little
to the
bit.
barber mad. I be like, listen, like you don't see this supposed to be straight. Lines is all crooked. Like some people's eyes is just
And
less.
you
That's
go
the
and you
worst.
fix them up.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
Me and my sister. Now my sister she's an actual barber. She do her thug this one.
Is that what got you into possibly like wanting to do it a little bit? Because she did it?
No, so when I was married, I helped him cut his hair.
You were what?
When I was married, I helped him cut his hair.
Married.
Yeah.
Married.
I mean, we might as well go ahead and
Wait a
dive
Well, I was
minute.
about to say,
Because
like,
you
what-
said
Why did
when
you-
you
why
was
did you
married.
harmonize?
All right, you cut
Y'all
hair.
harmonized that whole thing. Y'all harmonized that whole thing. Oh,
When was this?
I got married when I was 21,
21.
and I'm 26 right now.
Young.
So 5 years ago. How long since the divorce, if you don't mind us asking?
It's been about 3.5, 4 years. About 4 years.
Oh, since the divorce? Mm-hmm. Meaning the marriage was a year and
It was a
change?
year. Yeah.
Okay.
Now, don't get me wrong. Now, let me put some here.
Go ahead. Talk
Okay.
Okay, I love being married. I love being a wife. That's just how I was raised, right? Like where I come from, women, we get married early, education, you have your career, you have children, like we're big on family, you know what I'm saying? So like I'm used to that. So it didn't really bother me when sometimes you hear people say, "Oh, that's too young." Well, maybe for you. Maybe from where you come from, you're not used to seeing people be committed early. And so and then, like, don't get me wrong, there were challenges, challenges that I wish never happened. I feel like if those challenges were ironed out properly, and I still would be married to this day, right? So, but us being individuals in life, we can't control how other people grow. We can't control how people make decisions. And that's just what either makes or breaks a relationship, yourself, relationships with family, with anything, like it's all about how you handle things with care or not.
Okay.
So being married at 21, right? Do you feel like you matched his expectations on what it was to be a wife? And I say that because I feel like sometimes women create their own expectation of what they think a wife is, whereas in men, right, we got a whole different perception of what we view a wife.
I can't speak for him. I can't speak for him in the terms of if I met his expectations, right? Because that's something he would have to take, right? But for me, could I say that I feel like he met mine? I could say no. Because I'm used to providers. The men that I saw in my life growing up were providers. Women didn't have to ask. The women didn't have to, beg or feel. Men handle their business where I come from, so that's what the bar is set high for me. Now, did I meet him and say, "Oh, hey, I need you to have this, I need you to have that"? No, I didn't. Like, I met him when we were both still figuring life out, right? We both was figuring it out. And actually, a friend of mine introduced me to him because I guess they felt we were compatible in a sense. And yeah, rightfully so. But at the end of the day, if you don't iron through your traumas that you've had throughout life or your childhood or whether someone hurt you in the past or whatever, what I do will never be enough regardless, right? If you have a bad taste in your mouth of the past or in his case, he had issues with his mom, so I'm not here to be a man's mom, right? I'm here to be your lover. I'm here to be your friend. I'm here to listen. I'm here to help you problem solve, and come up with solutions. But if I'm doing those things and you still have like a perception in your mind, I can't help you with that.
So,
Hold
go
on,
ahead.
my bad, not to cut you off.
Go ahead.
Do you think age played a role into that when you said you wasn't able to help at 21? Do you feel like you was able to comprehend what his needs were?
Oh, most definitely. Most definitely. Because I grew up fast. I grew up at a young age. So a lot of things that the average 21-year-old can't comprehend, I could comprehend. Right? So we could all hear that a woman matures faster. And it's true. He was older than me. So I was 21, he was 20, I think 26, 27. I feel like he was old enough to know responsibilities, old enough to know what loyalty means, old enough to know what caring for someone means.
How long did y'all date?
We didn't date that long. We dated for maybe about 5 months.
4 or 5 months, and then boom, marriage.
Like, wait. Like, planned, like, engagement after 4 or 5 months or marriage?
Marriage.
There you go.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's okay. Like, if you ask me would I do that like that again, I'm not gonna say no, right? Because do I say I'll ask better questions to get to know someone within that time frame? Yes, of course. Am I okay with taking the traditional route also of time? Yes, but I'm flexible, right? I'm a daredevil, if you ask me.
Gotcha. So here's my thing. You said that he's not, I mean, you're not to replace like his mom in a sense because he had mother issues, presumably. I don't know, right? But if he were to come back and say, well, the men that you grew up with provided for you in a way that, was exceptional, but they're providing for you, I'm assuming as family and friends. That's the example that you received when you're growing up, right? Like you said, the men that you saw provided for you, they did an exceptional job. That's what you knew. I'm
No,
assuming
not for
that's
me.
family
Not
and
for me. What for their significant others,
Oh, okay.
right? So it's told where because my family, not me though, but my family was big on like, hey, you get somebody pregnant, you gotta marry her. Like that was back in the day, right?
Right.
Or you love somebody, you marry them, right? You don't waste no time. There was no games being played back then, right? So those morals and values of cherishing a person, it still exists where I come from. Like all of my classmates, I could say it wasn't just me. Like I have classmates, we're all the same age. They married to this day with kids, and we all got married young.
Are they?
So it's
I was gonna say, do they feel the same way though about like you? Because what I'm saying is, I guess what I was trying to get to is the world different.
of course.
You know what I'm saying? Like life
course.
is different, and us coming from the South, because I'm from the middle of Florida, right? And so us coming from the South, we like a Florida, right?
800 people.
Big time, yeah. We see things, and I know things that I step outside that city, I can't bank on those things. When I'm living in Jacksonville, I'm having a hard time knowing how I'm gonna teach my son how to drive in a city. I learned how to drive on all these dirt roads. I learned how to drive in the back. I learned how to drive in at the most Palm Coast, Florida, like at the most, and ain't no traffic there. I gotta learn how to teach my son how to drive in traffic. What I'm saying is,
Right.
you learn a way, but there's another way. Have you ever been able to look back at it and go, you know what? There's some things that I can't take from home. In order to consider a husband, there's some things that I can't take from home because it's just not prevalent today.
Okay. I'm gonna say this.
We did it.
That's
We
a
did
good
it.
I'm
one.
gonna
We do it
say
every
this. No, you
episode,
didn't do
maybe.
shit.
That's a good
Because you
one.
didn't even let me say nothing.
No, what we do is we get somebody with a good question. We have them stop in their tracks.
Oh no. I'm gonna say it in a way
Yes, ma'am.
that you can get what I'm about to say. There's caring for me, treat me right, provision is non-negotiable. Period. Why do I say that? I want children, right? I don't just look at it from my standpoint. I look at it like if we had children, how do you problem solve? You know, how do you handle issues? Like, how do you handle responsibilities? If we create a family bigger than us, right? Like, when you are with someone, you're supposed to build, you know, and if the foundation is shaky, you can't do nothing with that. So when it comes from what I have endured from back home, like, if somebody's from somewhere else, they're not gonna be able to relate to me, right? So he's also from the South. He's from Georgia.
Okay.
You know, so we know how it's supposed to be. Like, it wasn't like I was talking to a foreigner, right? Or somebody from up north. Yes, if you meet people from different parts of the world, their values are different. What they learn are different. What their family believes is different, right? But for me, I try to talk to guys that get me and I get them, right? To where we're not so off balance.
Right.
To where we're not going so far left or going so far right, to where it has that sweet spot, right? But like I said, it was really like small things, right? It wasn't big things that was too crazy. I will say, because of certain traumas that he dealt with, it caused, you know, there was like some abusive things in the mix that I dealt with.
Right.
And that part, I feel like as a man, he had to own up to.
And he did not.
No,
And it was time to go after that.
of course. And he cheated. Like, I'm big on, I don't just give up on a relationship, right? I believe that you work through things. I believe that you iron out through things, right? Need a little space.
Right.
I get that. All right? And I'm big on give your man some space. Like, let him do his thing. But I don't do the cheating. I don't. Why? Because I'm real loyal. Like, listen, some people in this world don't give a fuck if you married or in a relationship. They don't care. Right? It's up to you to care. You know who you got at the crib. You know who you are vowed to. You know, right? So
Yeah.
I'm not following you around every day. So it's up to you to say, look, I want to be loyal. I want to be present. I want to be active within my commitment. Seriously. And we're talking about God is in the mix.
Say that.
You feel me? Like, we've made a vow, not just to you and I, it's bigger than us. We're now one within God now. You know, so I don't have to, you probably heard me briefly say on Instagram, I don't have to snoop around. I don't got to accuse you in that. I don't got to be like, oh, you're doing this. Why did you do? I'm very confident. I'm a very confident woman, so I don't have those insecurity issues. So if you step out, I'm going to find out. And it's not because I didn't snooped around. It's because I didn't.
Is that the women intuition right there?
Exactly.
I hear that all the
Right
time.
on. Right on.
I mean, so let's get into it. Keep it a buck. What is Desiree type? What are you into? What you like?
I've always dated athletes
Okay.
since I was young. Like, I was a cheerleader at 5 years old. I played sports all my life. So I've
What
always
sport?
dated. I cheered, I did softball, track, basketball, volleyball.
Athlete.
Yeah, dog.
I did everything.
Oh, she know it all, man.
Yeah.
That's
So,
what's
like,
up.
I've always dated football players. So,
So football players is the type.
yeah, that's the type.
Okay.
That's the type.
Hockey player come up to you and say, look, I'm a provider.
Oh, I don't care
I
what you
love
do.
Oh, okay.
I don't care what you do. It's just like, what is my
I got
natural
you. I got you.
magnetic, like, force field?
You know, I gotta ask this, and I want you to be honest with us. At what point, as a woman, do you realize your type might not be what's best for you?
Boy.
Oh, I
Boy,
definitely came, yeah.
You hell, boy.
for sure. Like, I
'Cause maybe
have,
we go
as
through the
we
same
mature,
thing. We
Yeah.
go through the same
yeah,
thing.
of course. As you go through things, right, you'll go through situations and you'll be like, dang, ain't no way in heck this is healthy. When you start seeing stuff ain't healthy, when you start seeing like a cycle repeat, or even like as a woman, I'm just talking about me. me being a woman, I don't know about nobody else, but when I start to see repeat of emotions that I deal with in an unhealthy manner, I be like, you know. And then there came a point where I was like, I will never date a football player ever again in my motherfucking life.
It's nasty.
It's
Yeah.
nasty work.
It's nasty to say ever. I mean,
Yeah.
We the
That's what I no,
we the
but
best people on earth, though. We the best people on earth.
okay, so
so
y'all is some work.
no, it's a lot that come with athletes. I
You
agree.
know what I'm saying?
There's a lot that
And I'm
come
not
with it.
finna sit here and play like. And I'm sure.
So if you take away athletes and that's no longer within question, what's next? Like what?
So my ex was in the Navy.
Okay.
So you know I've experienced, you know, that was different for me because like he'll go off and I'm waiting, and so I'm writing and stuff like that. I like writing, so I write music, so
Okay,
I
we'll get
can
into
write.
that. Yeah.
Nice.
You know, so writing is very easy for me. So I loved and enjoyed expressing myself. Right, I love a person who lets me express myself. And so that was a good experience. But then again, I don't do the cheating, y'all. I don't do the cheating.
I feel that. I feel
So
that.
that's what
Man, you got
cut that
boundaries.
off. Yeah.
You got
So
you
it's
got
not
boundaries.
that the experience was great, amazing individual, right? But beyond that, man, I don't know. Like I guess it's non-negotiable for me because I don't do that. I don't play that. If I'm with you, if I'm with you, like you ain't gonna find me cheating. I wish a nigga would come up to me. It's screw.
Oh, you
We
10
have
toes
nothing to
down.
talk about.
You can appreciate that as a man, you know, when people admit that. So you've been married, no longer married. Would you want to be married again?
Of course, y'all.
Yeah?
I
Doesn't
don't
scare you
listen.
away.
That's in the book. I'm waiting.
Real
I'm
quick,
Go
real
excited.
ahead.
quick.
Go
So
ahead.
real
I
quick.
got one.
Real quick. So as a country boy myself, I always tell people, what was your dream? I ain't never had a dream to play in the NFL. Never had a dream to be a professional athlete. I always had a dream of I want kids and I want a wife. I want a family. That's the dream because I got to pass this stuff down to somebody. You know what I'm saying? And so now that you're passing these things down, you know, now as a man passing these things down, like I've been married. I actually was married for 2 years. I was married for 2 years, and it got cut off. Right?
How was that experience?
It was a great experience because we were friends, right? Like we grew up together essentially from young age. Like since I knew her since I was 17.
Okay.
And so now, and I knew her family before that.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So then
There was
we,
history.
Yeah, it's history. So we grew up together. So we knew each other quite a bit, and still do. It's just that she said it before, and I never thought about it. It was just compatibility. Like we just weren't compatible. I never saw it like that because I'm a chameleon. I can be compatible with
Right.
you know.
Because you're viewing as of the time
Yeah,
spent. And
yeah.
the
Not for real.
time that the again history. So you're
Exactly.
like, yo, this is solid.
Exactly. So once I did that, I realized, and I'm gonna get to my question. I realized that I fulfilled my dream of having a kid, having a wife, and having a home, and having us all there. One part of my dream, and I've always said this, one part of my dream was I never wanted my children to have what I had, and that was mom and dad in different households. I wanted to keep mom and dad in the same household because you come home, the door's closed, and you reconvene, you reestablish yourself,
Yeah.
you rest up, then you go back out into the world as that family, and you represent that family. When you have step-kids, step-parents, all that good stuff, it works, and it's awesome, but that door has got to be open because my kid's mother has to come in that door, to get them. And then vice versa, if I got to go out, if my partner has kids or whatever. So my question is, in saying that, like, in saying that you would like to be married again, was that always your dream to be a married woman with kids, with the house, with establishment, right? Is that a dream of yours, or what makes you so sure that you can go back into marriage? 'Cause I feel the same way. I do feel the same way.
That is a part of my dreams with an S.
Got you.
Okay, it's not my dream. All right, I have so many things and aspirations that I will accomplish, and I'll do it whether I'm married or not. You know, so I'm a very driven woman. Like I don't let nothing stop me. I don't. I'm pretty good at juggling, and I feel like some women are natural jugglers, right? I don't believe that you're supposed to just cut it at that, right? It's just family, because you got to understand, who do your children look up to?
Right.
Are you creating a platform where they can say, oh, wow, my mommy did this, my mommy did that, you know what I'm saying? 'Cause,
Yeah.
like, that matters, it's never supposed to be, okay, you have some people want to be a stay-at-home mom. I get that. I can't do that. All right? I got to be, me and my kids, we gonna be some entrepreneurs together.
Yeah.
We gonna figure it out.
You're going to be juggling.
We gonna be, I don't care if I'm selling baby clothes, baby, I'm gonna do it.
Ain't a bad
Packages
deal.
running. What's up? I'm gonna make that bread. So I'm not. It ain't just about. Oh, I'm just gonna be a stay-at-home wife. No, like, what's your purpose? Do you have a purpose? You know what I'm saying? So I've always wanted to, be in the medical field, which is what
Okay.
I'm working on. I'm pursuing that. I've always wanted to be successful, vocalist, which is another thing I'm working on. So I have a lot of things.
You also have a microphone in front of you. You care to
Ooh.
you care to how about this? You know what? Let's do this. Let's do this. Because you are a guest in our home today, right? You sing a note, and then she sings a note,
Oh wow.
right?
Are we singing notes?
Yeah, notes.
Or
I
are we
mean, that's
singing
a little different.
song? Because notes is
Maybe
Yeah,
like
that's
a
a little
line from a song, maybe like a clip, little piece or whatever. You sing a little bit, and then you can sing, because you have dreams of you have these dreams, right? Medical field, you're in school, I'm assuming, right? Boom, you're on your way there. We can't really see how, unless we give you a quiz on that, we can't see. But some of your dreams we can see,
Okay.
You can see where your progress at.
okay.
So I would love to see where your progress is, because this is a recording artist in the future
I
as
am
well.
not no damn recording artist.
I was blown at you.
We have to cut
has
this
video
out.
out.
No, we
You have
not.
video.
No. This is
You
very
have video
authentic.
out there.
Out,
You have
bro.
video out there of you
I have a
singing.
little fun.
We keeping it a buck, baby.
When I found out it
You
was
can't cut
Adele,
that.
when I found out it was Adele, I don't know if you saw me in the episode. I jumped up when Cash said Adele. I'm like, Adele? I can see if you said,
I know Adele was so random.
there's no disrespect, but like Keisha Cole, or you said, Tamar or something. You said
listen,
Adele.
Adele hits the soul.
No, she do.
gets. Listen,
Adele
her
fire.
concerts, you gotta wear
Yeah.
a dress and a tuxedo, baby. You gotta
Yeah.
come with it.
I believe it,
definitely.
because she sang so well.
And it's so crazy because I was just listening to Adele. I love
Listen
her.
to it again.
Adele,
Like, so,
come with it.
so do you have a way you could, just give the people a little bit,
Where we gonna go with this? You caught
Just
me
give
off
people a
guard with
little
this one
bit.
again.
And
I
then she
feel
can
like
match
we
your
always
note.
have these episodes and everybody want. Everybody want to go there. Okay, let me see. Let me
This
think
is
of
so
something.
funny right now.
Let me think of something, man. What
Something,
comes
man.
to
Just a
mind?
line or something,
A line or something. Okay, I
I've never had these dreams, so I can't sing. I can't do nothing. Yeah. There we go. Oh, I'm excited.
Gotta clear it out.
Go
You
ahead,
ready?
bro. Yeah, I'm ready. Go ahead.
I want to go with this one. All right.
Live, baby.
What we doing? What song I want to sing today?
He going for the deal. He going for the 360. He trying to get a 360 right now. He trying to get a 360.
You ain't gotta put the camera on.
Yeah,
in
he
my
trying to
face,
get a
man.
360 right now.
You
I
trying
don't
to find a
blame you.
Keisha Cole song now?
I don't blame you.
Baby, since the day you came into my life, all right?
Why?
You made me realize that we were born to fly. I'm gonna stop.
That's great. Clap
First
it
of
up
all,
for my dog.
I was blown when I seen the
Clap
episode
it
because
up
I'm
for
like,
my
let me
dog.
find out you was in the
Y'all
choir. Were you in the choir?
I wasn't a choir.
I thought you had the church background, right?
My mother was a singer. My dad was a singer. Brother make beats. Sister sing.
So at home,
We play around
with
all the time.
family.
J.E.
Okay.
I'm really the last one of the group.
J.E. That's crazy.
Y'all gotta stop.
Kudos,
Y'all really
dog.
I'm
gotta
sorry,
stop. I
but we
like to have
can't.
fun and play around.
All right.
You really sing. Like I really play around. I like to make music.
But you can't
really get
sing,
to
though.
it. I'm all right. I'm
Okay.
a
It's in the blood for you.
background. I'm a
It's in the
background
blood
guy.
for you.
Background guy.
Go ahead. You want to match that?
Ooh. We on site
car
today.
alarm going off
We
while
on
we trying to
site today.
sing.
That's somebody's car? Okay, somebody in the parking lot.
Okay.
Yeah, Desiree, come with it.
All right, here we go. Gratitude, gratitude. Oh, how she's tested, but can she withstand the wind? Yeah, yeah. Ooh. That's it. And I wrote that.
Clap
You
it up for
ain't
that one,
have to
dog.
do it
That's
like
crazy.
that. Yeah.
Dad, I'm so glad you went first.
Right.
I'm so glad you went
Get me on
first.
about the way, boy.
Nah, you sing for real.
Okay?
No, she really do this. Country, R&B.
Like that.
Wow.
Yeah. You know?
And
I've
again, I wrote that.
You did.
That's your song.
You a writer too.
Yes.
You said you like to write. I've heard about your music preferences from Jay. Country music.
Country guy.
Talk to me about
that's
country
the Bama.
music.
That's the
Lainey
Alabama now.
Wilson. Okay, so I used to sing R&B. I used to do like neo soul. Love jazz. Love your Anita Bakers, your Tina Turners, all that. Right. I actually grew up singing Whitney Houston songs in middle school, Michael Jackson songs in elementary school. Okay, so like real music. So then as I started to go through things in life, I found that I could not write no more on like an R&B level. Because I felt like what I had to say was so much more impactful. And so then I'm like, okay, well, when we talk about your roots and where you come from and really being your authentic self, I'm like, I need to now just be my authentic self. Okay, the country girl in me. So I'm like, as I started to change my writing, it started to fit, and not just fit, but it was organically like flowing. And I started telling stories. So country music, you're telling a story. You're becoming relatable to what people go through on a day-to-day basis, whether it's family, whether it's relationships, whether it's heartbreak, whether it's love, whether it's being that, the girl next door or something like that, it's a deeper level of music. And so, yeah.
That's fire.
I'm in awe.
That is.
Like I'm in awe.
That is fire.
I'm like literally over here in awe. I'm so glad you went first, dog. Because if you would have gone after that, I would have just told you.
It would have been too much. That would have been too much.
I'm
Nah,
sorry,
but you
baby. I
killed
had
it
to
too.
do it to
You
you.
killed it too. That was awesome. That was awesome.
No. Hell to the
That was
queen.
awesome. So, I appreciate that. I'm still floored. I did not know you was gonna sing like that.
I know.
Like for real.
And it's funny
got
because
into it,
a
too.
lot of people be like, where your music at? Where your music at? I'm like, hold on, now just be patient.
Is it coming?
It is.
That's
Just
what's
be
up.
patient. Like,
Okay.
listen, patience is a virtue, baby.
It
Get the
is.
best results that way.
It
You know
is.
what happens when you slow cook a roast? When you slow cook that turkey leg,
Okay.
what it do?
Come on now.
It
That
fall
thing
off the
falling
bone.
off the bone, baby. That's that oxtail.
Okay?
Falling off.
I don't
That's
eat
what we
pork or
doing.
beef, so I don't know what y'all talking about.
We got that thing in a crock pot.
You ate worse things.
It's in the oven. Okay?
Nah, I know. Yeah, I got
All
you.
right.
It's brewing.
I got you.
Hey, we gonna turn this pod up a little bit, okay? Cause we keeping it real surface. We keeping it real nice, sexy,
ahead,
and
baby.
cool, right? Yeah.
Keep it a buck.
Let's jump in, keep it a buck. I mean, talk to us. What would you say probably the most toxic thing you ever did? Cause everything is just real sweet, chill, cool, calm, collected.
Oh, baby, I don't
Like,
play.
what's up? Talk like give
I
us
don't
the tea.
play.
Like, you know what I mean? What's up? Where we
Okay.
at?
All right. I speak my mind.
Okay.
I'm a straight shooter. And a lot of people get intimidated by that. Okay, my family are straight shooter. All the women in my family, straight shooters. All the men in my family, straight shooters. So that's where I come from. So when I'm in my comfort, if I'm very comfortable, you're gonna hear how I truly feel about something, right? I don't hold back. Now, don't get me wrong. I can say things. I got a little attitude sometimes. I be
Let's
having
not
little
skip over
attitudes.
that little too.
I'm spoiled, yes. Okay.
Rotten?
I'm a princess.
Rotten? Like
I
spoiled
am.
rotten?
It's
a
giving
princess.
sass.
Definitely.
It's giving extreme
Right?
sass.
But hey, who knows me better than me? Right? If I
Well, I
can't,
tried to answer that just now. I tried to think, so I was
She had your own thought.
like, so, you know,
you
you're right.
know, so like I don't let nobody disrespect me because I give people respect. You know, so
So you've done nothing toxic.
You see, she was going around
You see that?
Yeah, I
saw
like that.
It was great
Because she a
answer,
straight
oh
shooter, though.
no,
She
no,
a
I'm gonna
straight
tell
shooter,
you,
but we
like
kind of
I
bobbed and
will,
weaved around that
chomp
one.
your ass down.
Okay. You will
You,
what
you
now?
will. You will.
I will chomp your ass down.
Have
I'm
you
like
ever?
Oh,
a
so you get
lumberjack.
physical, too.
Huh?
So you get physical, too.
No, I'm talking about with my mouth.
Oh. Okay.
Have you ever made a man cry?
Have I ever made a man cry? My ex-husband cried when I told him he had to go. Yeah.
I wish you wouldn't put that man out like that, because he gonna watch this.
Yeah.
He gonna watch this. He's literally going to
I
watch
don't
this.
care.
man.
We can go. We can listen. We can have a session right now as to why that motherfucker gone.
Done. Y'all not friends no more.
Yeah,
No,
that's a
do
good
you know-
question.
Let me be transparent with y'all.
Please.
Okay, I'm gonna be transparent for the world. I'm gonna look at y'all motherfucking cameras. So
Yeah,
y'all
camera
that's
watch
your
right
me.
camera right there. Look
Camera.
right into that one.
Look at me when I say this. Now, what I'm about to say, I don't give a shit how you feel about it. I don't care what opinion you got. I'm
Wow.
telling you my story, and baby, all I want to say is let me see you do what I did.
Wow.
Let me see how you was gonna handle it. Let me see how them emotions was gonna process the shit you went through. We go through things, and you gotta understand a lot of things that people endure. The next person ain't strong enough to handle. You understand?
Facts.
So I got a testimony, and what it is. When I was married, I had a successful business before I was married. I was 18 when I was like 18, 19. I had a 6-figure business.
Chill.
Money out the buku money. Now, don't get me wrong, just because I was making this money don't mean I was content in it. Because I was young, I still wanted to, have my fun. I still wanted to be that college girl. I still wanted to, but unfortunately, after high school, I was lifing. So straight into that, I built my business, right? I dove into something that I was good at, but what it did was it provided an avenue in order for me to help my family out.
Right.
It wasn't something that, like I said, I was in pre-med. I was an honor student. Like, I had other goals and aspirations that I'm just now being able to get to because I had to take a detour in order to live and stay afloat and make sure my family was okay, right? So
What
because of
school?
that,
Real quick. What school?
LaFlo, Magna High School, baby,
All
Mobile,
right.
Alabama. Okay, Drake had our jersey on. We like that.
Okay.
Magnet High School.
Now, what college you went to?
I'm in University of Miami right now.
Okay.
Trying to get
Shout out to you.
myself. Yeah. I was a dual enrolled high school student.
All
Okay.
right. All right.
I was taking college courses.
Course size.
So you smart, as you saying.
I'm
So
really
you
smart. Okay.
All right. My fault. You go back to your story though. Back to your story. My fault.
So because my business was successful, yes, I wanted to settle down. Yes, at that point I'm like, okay, I'm doing good. Like, I get married, and it wasn't really, that individual did not harness my hard work. And so what tended to happen is you got to make sure if you work hard for something, you make sure you're with someone who values the work that you put in before them, who values your story enough to say, listen, I want to see you prosper. I want to see you keep going. Don't be with nobody who's going to tear that down. Don't be with nobody who's going to envy that. Don't be with nobody who's jealous of you in any shape or form or fashion. Because not only is it going to hurt your business, it's going to hurt you as a person, right? So I found myself trying to hold on because I thought that I was with someone strong enough to basically dominate with me, and I wasn't. I was doing it basically by myself, right? So fast forward, things started to get rocky because we have an individual that felt like he was inadequate. But guess what? As me as a woman, I'm not going to let you feel that way. Just because I'm making and I'm doing good, I'm not going to rub that in your face. I'm not going to overstep as a woman to make you feel like, damn, she made me feel this or that. No, you the man. And I'm going to step back. I'm going to be the woman, let that shit ride. But so Fast forward, we talk about things started to go to shits financially because I gave the responsibility for a man to be a provider in his hands. Mind you, we talking about I'm making all the bread, so my bills is covered.
So he
I'm
wasn't
buying.
working at all.
He was working, he was doing sales, but it just wasn't enough to sustain. And your wife say, hey, look, now you're the man of the house, though, right? We're talking about a woman who's capable and able, but she's not saying that, right? Now we're married, so you have to step up to the plate. You see what I'm saying? So then my business started to dwindle because I was like trying to catch, trying to,
Compensate for both.
compensate.
So you were letting your business, not letting, but your business was failing because because you were fronting everything? Were you like paying all the bills? Were you?
It was the balance started to dwindle, right? And so like I was raised where it ain't always about what you want to do, because there's a lot of things we want to do in life, but when it comes to responsibility, there's certain things that you have to do, right? So when it comes to, I told him, I said, listen, got to pick up slack, got to do something other than I get you want to do something, but it's crunch time, gotta pedal to the metal. So me, I like with my business, I built it by working from 6 a.m. to 12 midnight, servicing clients, women we're talking, like putting in that work, grinding, you know what I'm saying? So I expect a grinder, right? So that started to dwindle, the relationship started to fuck up. And so, yeah, you have some people that say, oh, well, I feel like relationships fail because of financial issues. And that's true, right? If you don't have your bearings right on financial responsibilities, it will fail. You'll start to be at each other's throat unnecessarily when all it takes is, hey, let's become a team. Let's work at this together, right? So, so then once my business completely failed, I then had to work at a salon, right? We talk about somebody who started giving me problems. Like when it came to work, I lost my job because I was not getting help from him emotionally, financially, nothing, right? It was just combative, right? And so that's where it started getting healthy for me. Like I was depressed, I was losing weight, I was very small, and so then once it came to the divorce, fast forwarding, it was like, okay, I told him, I said, I didn't want a divorce, first and foremost. Let me make that clear, okay? But it was like there was nothing being done to assist. And
So he
then,
still wasn't doing
Yeah.
what he needed to do after the business
right,
failed.
right,
Okay.
right. So we talking about 6 figures gone. You feel me?
Spunt?
No, just like trying to, like,
Or the
I'm trying to,
revenue.
like,
That was coming
I'm
in.
juggling, like, I'm
Got
like
you.
doing this, right?
Right.
And it's like, come on, give me something,
Right.
And so when things were starting to go brittle, I was like, I'm scared, because I was like, I feel like you just gonna up and leave me in a fucked up position after I didn't work my ass off to build this shit. And it ain't even about that, right? It's about a solid relationship, a solid bond. I said, he's like, oh, I'm not gonna do you like that. I'm not gonna do you like that. I said, no, for real. I feel like you finna really like fuck me up for real shit. And so then it came down to, oh, no, I'm not. I shit you not. Once I found out an affair played a part, and I told him, listen, you can't be in the house with me and you stepping out. It don't work like that. That's just a part of owning up to what you did. If there's action, there's consequence at the end of that, right? So then it was like, okay, well, he just disappeared.
While y'all were married, he just disappeared.
Yeah, just disappeared. Didn't hear from him. Like there were still bills that was due, like 4 months worth. We agreed to 4 months of paying the bills together, and the nigga just skated.
Where you at?
What do you mean? Like, what do you mean disappeared?
Gone. Call, no answer. Couldn't find him. Don't know
Like
where he
stuff,
stayed.
left his stuff at the house?
No, he got his things. He was staying with a friend, and he ended up not being there. Couldn't find him. bills was gone. Like literally, like I'm getting notices, like all type of shit just vanished.
So what you were scared of happened.
Right. Right. And so, unfortunately, I reached out to people I knew. I reached out to, say, because as a married woman, like, it was just random where, like, my family, I'm the oldest, so I have younger brothers and sisters. Like, it's 8 of us, you know what I'm saying? So, me being the oldest, like, last thing my parents are worried, my parents got other ones that they gotta tend to, right? They think that their oldest is nice and established and, that responsibility is like, hey, we've given you our daughter. We're not expecting you to do no crazy shit like this, right? So I reached out to people who, couldn't get no help. So what I had to do, I started dancing. I never had no friends who danced before. I had never been in a strip club before. I had never thought about that before. That's not how I was raised. That's not how I grew up.
But you had to do it.
I had to.
How did that
Because
make you feel at that time, knowing that you had to shift careers and life transition going crazy
it was
at this point?
Crazy.
very hard.
Dang.
Very, very hard because I was like, what in the entire fuck?
You had to hide that a little bit.
I didn't.
From like family or nothing? Like
No.
family knew?
I told my family because I was like, I'm not gonna be hiding because like I'm in a real deal situation. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not one of them women that be like
Right.
no. I'm like, yo, I have to do this thing that I don't want to do because what other options I got?
Jarvis, I gotta say a buck was kept on that one.
A couple bucks.
A buck was definitely kept on that
You
one.
okay? I gotta ask that. Like a lot of people don't ask that a lot, a lot today, Like from everything you've gone through, see how the world is now, are you okay?
Shit. Damn.
It's okay.
That's what we here for.
That's what we had. Let it out.
Because you in that environment, you got people that's like, oh, why you here? You too pretty to be here, bitch. How I look ain't got shit to do with what the fuck just happened to me.
Right.
You understand? How I look ain't got shit to do with what a nigga told to do.
Right.
How I look ain't got nothing to do with if somebody decides they want to fuck you up. It don't matter who it is. It don't matter what situation you're in. But I'm thankful because I have the strength and I had the strength. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people can't and don't have strength to do nothing. Some people fold. Some people die. Some people commit suicide. You know what I'm saying? It's like some people will never figure out a plan B, And so, like, as a woman, I'm like, man, I got to do something, right? Fight or flight. So I'm grateful about my fight or flight. I'm grateful for my, so when people talk at me crazy, when people try to treat me less than, I don't allow it, period.
You know what? I really do appreciate you opening up with us today. We laughed before talking about keeping it a buck, and you say, hey, I'm going to keep it 1,000 with y'all, right? I'm not holding back. And I say that to say most women probably wouldn't have opened up that much. They'd have kind of left that in the tank, right? And yet you open that up here, and I want to say, goddamn, thank you for being honest. Thank you for being uncomfortable. Thank you for talking about your life transition from damn near 18, 19 years old, running a 6-figure business, being married at a young age, trying to do your part, outgrowing that relationships, the highs, the lows, to where you didn't quit and say, God damn it, if this is the last thing I got to do to stay afloat,
Right.
I'm living in my truth.
Right.
And I think this is what the Keep It a Buck podcast is all about, living in your truth. I want to say this. There's going to be a lot of guys and a lot of girls who watch this episode. Are you single?
Yes, I am.
Okay. And I ask that because this next question, I'm going to want you to look into that camera, okay? You talk about a provider, right? And a loyal man, a good man. Let's go ahead and say that. Tell our viewers what a good, loyal man and provider gets with Desiree.
Okay, that's a good one. That's a good one.
I got one. I had to get mine in. I got one. Yeah. Take your
Yeah.
time. Take your time. Think
Okay.
about it.
Yeah.
You know what?
They're going to look back
No,
at
no.
this one.
I'm gonna tell you real quick before I do that. Before I do that, I value that
Okay.
because during my divorce, like I was very vocal. And I use my social media as a platform, not to put him on blast, not to make him feel inadequate or less than a man. I put it out there because my angle was, hey, y'all see these beautiful pictures of a marriage? I want y'all to know it's not that. I want y'all to know there's someone hurting behind these pictures. I want y'all to know there's somebody who's not doing their part in these photos. I want y'all to know, use my situation as an example. Do you know I had hundreds of women in my DM talking about, I thank you for that. I'm trying to figure out how to do this. I'm trying to figure out, I'm going through the same thing. I don't know how to do it. Some of them got children. Some of them couldn't do what I did. You know what I'm saying? So I stand 10 toes when it comes down to what the fuck I'ma expect.
I respect
Real
that.
shit.
I respect it.
Non-negotiable.
I respect
Non
that.
motherfucking negotiable. You understand? So what the fuck person is this?
No, talk to him, because
Yeah,
he's
waiting.
literally looking at you.
Yeah.
He's
that,
looking at
that guy is looking and wants to know, what am I getting? Right? I'm this provider. I'm everything you want. Right? What am I getting with that?
You're getting a woman who values faith, who values your time. You had a long day, baby. Them shoes coming off, baby. I'm going to scratch your back. You understand?
your
Because
shit.
a lot of women don't understand, yes, you want this type of man, but what are you going to do to relieve him? What are you going to do to make him feel safe? He went through things. He wants that comfort, that nurture. Women, we are nurturers, you know? So it's not about always provision. It's not always about what type of money you got in your account. It's about the loyalty. It's about the respect. It's about the love. Are you creating love? Because if you ain't got no love, what do you have? It's empty. You know what I'm saying?
Dead.
It's dead. I don't want nothing empty, baby.
You got no love, you got dead.
Because, baby, if you empty, you might as well leave me alone.
Boy.
Don't step. And I need a stepper.
Yeah.
It's called a stepper because, listen,
Okay.
be about it. Because you see how I am. I probably didn't show all my personalities in this whole video.
Yeah, I like it. I like it though.
I probably
We
didn't
got
show
the
all
authentic
of
you.
me
I like
in
that.
this video. You know what I'm saying? So like, it's like, if you know that, are you equipped? Are you strong enough? You know what I'm saying? Don't bite off what you can't handle. Baby, if you know
Well,
you
we
need
got
a
a
piece of
thumbnail.
that cake, don't ask for the whole cake, baby.
We got a thumbnail. Don't bite what you can't handle.
Understand?
Yes, sir.
If you know I'm too much for you, don't even try.
Stay in
Stay
your
right on
league.
over there
Stay in
on the
your league.
opposite side of that motherfucking camera.
With that being said,
Wow.
well, first off, thank you.
Thank you.
Like, for real, that was it.
Man.
I think our goal was to get you on here. We wanted to vibe with you.
First female on the pod.
First
by the way,
female
too.
on the podcast.
First female on the pod.
We wanted to
too.
vibe with you.
Congratulations.
And that was definitely a
Big
vibe.
vibes.
You got to come
Thank
back.
you.
You got to come back.
Have
Oh,
to
I'm
come
coming back.
Got
You
to.
coming back.
I'm coming back.
Pinky promise, you got to come back. Nah, for real, for real.
Hey.
Appreciate that.
I'm not an AKA, by the way.
But you got to do that. So let the folks know where they can find you at, social media wise.
You can find me on Instagram at Desirea McQueen, DESIREA, baby. McQueen.
It's giving sass.
With the shoulder too.
With the shoulder
Said
and
McQueen.
a half flip.
McQueen. Goddamn. Hey, listen, please like, comment, subscribe, click that notification button so you can understand when these updates are being loaded to our page. Jay, you good?
I'm great.
Thank y'all for having me.
We appreciate you for coming, and
appreciate
it
y'all.
won't be her last time coming. It won't be
Y'all
her
gonna
last
see
time
more of me,
coming.
baby.
Absolutely. And a buck was kept.
Let me give you some dollar bills.
Hey, we good. We good.
Man.